OSSAA office with Associate Director Mike Whaley. And Mike, kind of an interesting process to get to this year's ADM numbers. As I understand it, the COVID numbers were skewed, and your problem was what?
Well, what we looked at, Mike, originally was were the changes in the COVID numbers any different significantly than changes we had seen over the last 10 years? And so, yes, we knew that there was some adjustments that students had made about attending school, and there were going to be a few less. I think overall in our state, from May of 20 to May of 21, we saw about a change in ADM numbers that were reported to us, around 4,800 students. So we knew that schools were going to have less numbers.
4,800 fewer students
Correct.
than last year, for example.
Right.
Go ahead.
The numbers that were reported in May of 21 were 4,800 less than the numbers that were reported in May of 2020. And that was expected. What we were trying to determine was, knowing that, did that change classifications, the way we classify schools for activities? Would that impact that any more significantly than it does in any given year? And we use football as an example. We looked at changes in classifications over the last 4 cycles before we looked at the COVID year cycle, and we found out that the average number of schools that were changing classifications was somewhere between 48 and 52 in any given year. The highest number in that cycle was 60. So when we went back and looked at this classification that was proposed today, there were 45 schools that had changed classification from where they were last time. So our conclusion at that point was that even though the overall numbers have gone down 4,800, even though we know all the schools have lost students, as far as that impact in classification for football, that was not a significant number of changes. And so that was why our recommendation from staff to our board was to accept the ADM numbers and also to accept the football classifications for the most part as the Oklahoma Football Coaches Association had proposed them.
Just another easy job for you guys to take on, huh?
Well, I think it's something that certainly at this time of the year with the things that are going on is a unique situation, but I also think our membership expects for our staff to guide us to places where our competition is fair and equitable to as many folks as possible.